Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast for leaderpreneurs, entrepreneurs, men and women learn the essentials and human skills of the strenuous life. Hello, folks. I'm Jimmy, your co-host, and today I'm going to be doing a speech since we're ending our series of Rich Dad kitchen mindset topics. We're going to be talking about a dad, my dad. So the title of this episode is called My Dad, He Was the Ace of Spades. So get ready. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. And those of you on the podcast, Strenuous Life Radio, you guys are in for a treat today because I am going to be eulogizing my biological father, James Anthony Hendrick Sr. He was born June the 10th of 1951. In Spokane, Washington, at Sacred Heart Hospital. My grandpa was Catholic. My grandma was Lutheran. Shortly after he was born, my grandpa tossed aside civilian life because he was Air Force Reserve, and he was called out to Korea. And he went MIA there. My grandmother got a divorce and got into a string of marriages. Things were unstable. My dad was expecting everything to be perfect. So he went into the marriage with my mother. At first being sweet and everything, even for a little while after I was born. But once he was conscripted into the Air Force, everything had to be perfect. And ultimately, when I was a year old, the marriage split up. There was a schism in there. Now, my first memories of my birth father was when I was 4. When he would come to see me for a few days, a few hours out of a weekend. It all depended on when he wanted to come see me. A Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday. But then, some traumas that happened from the time I was 7 until I was 14 made a wider schism between me and my father. And I, with tears in my eyes, told my mother one night, I don't want to see him anymore. 7 years later, I realized, well, maybe I don't really mean it. I invited him to my high school graduation. He did not attend. I invited him to my wedding 6 years later. He did not attend. And the schism grew wider. And my anger grew deeper. How dare he do this to me? How dare he? And don't you say anything good about him either. Then, shortly after Christmas of 1999, I got a call from my Uncle Bob. James, we need you to get yourself together the next couple of days. Go down to the VA hospital. We're afraid that your dad may be dying. So one night I rushed over to the VA hospital to talk to my dad. I talked to him about my divorce. He said, son, I'm going to teach you something now that I wish I'd learned. take responsibility for your actions and what you do and how you live. That's a key to success. I noticed a difference with my dad. He had the Bible at his bedside. Big difference between me and my dad. A big difference with my dad. Nevertheless, some of the schism was still there. We didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, because in some ways he expected perfection. At his urging, in 2003, I applied and got accepted to graduate school at Texas Tech. 2 years later, I tell my father, "Hey, Dad, guess what? I'm thinking about going into business." "Oh, no, James, no. I need you to go and get yourself a master's and a PhD in chemistry. Don't go into business." Now, here's why I mentioned the Ace of Spades. I looked a couple of weeks back through his personal effects. It was only when he died. I found an Altoids box with a small fingernail clipper in it. And among his credit cards, a playing card. That playing card, the Ace of Spades. I think secretly he knew he was dying. He just didn't want to say anything to the family about it. But the Ace of Spades means more than just death. It means influence, new ideas. So I'll say this again. My dad, he was the Ace of Spades. And so now I'm the Ace of Spades. I carry on his torch. Now, granted, I can't be a biochemist like he was, even though we only had a high school degree in that. One thing I will say is I'm proud to be that Ace of Spades with a Bible verse that he loved. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." God bless you, Dad. Rest peacefully in heaven and know that I love you. Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters.
Yeah, you're trying to make me cry. I don't appreciate it. All right.
Hope you enjoy listen to the Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the Strenuous Life Radio family. Till next time, don't sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. And do what others don't so you can be what others want. And do what others want so you can have what others can't. Until next time, we say, create, achieve, and pursue happiness. God bless you. And remember this, from the bottom of our hearts, we love you. We really love you. God bless you. And please have a blessed day.